Supernatural Season 9, Episode 15, titled Hashtag Thinman. This episode is kind of based off of the really popular video game character Slenderman, so for anyone who doesn't know that character, definitely look it up, because for anyone who does know, you could instantly tell it's based off of that character. Same, build, it's, Slenderman, so he's a thin character, and he has basically just like a white face mask for a face. So if you don't know what that is, definitely check it out because it'll kind of show you where the inspiration for this episode came from. And it's sort of the same thing. That character is a video game character from an indie video game, and this one was sort of just like made up to be put on the web. And same thing. It just kind of blew up in popularity because it's just a random, weird, creepy thing. So in this episode, we get the Ghostfacers again, and this time we only have two members, and it's pretty much the main two guys of the Ghostfacers because everyone else pretty much left to kind of go off and live a normal adult life. And they're doing their same normal thing, being bad, like supernaturalists as they call themselves, and they're just going around screwing up stuff, not really paying attention to some of the more obvious facts. And Sam and Dean kind of have to deal with them getting in their way and stuff while they're trying to figure out what exactly is Thinman. Like, is it real? Is it a ghost? What is it? And of course, Dean just assumes it's a ghost because he doesn't want to deal with the Ghostfacers being right. But Sam is kind of looking at things like it could be real. Obviously, a lot of these pictures look photoshopped and this and that, but this picture looks fake. And then it's like, how does this happen if like, how does all the footage of this person being killed get uploaded on the web if all the items have been taken into custody? And it was a really good episode, actually. I enjoyed it for the fact that it was so different. And it wasn't nearly as funny as I thought it would be with the Ghostfacers. It was actually a more serious one with them in it, and it's because they've kind of reached the end of their road, and they kind of did it this way because it was a way for the Ghostfacers to have a parallel story to Sam and Dean, with them being brothers and not exactly talking too much, which they clearly showed in the very beginning of this episode when Dean first found out about the case, and he was just gonna walk off, and Sam was like, you want me to come? And he was like, do you want to? Because I don't really know what you want to do, so whatever. But at the end of this episode, the Ghostfacers had basically the exact same conversation Sam and Dean did, where the one guy who was initially gonna leave with his girlfriend and possibly get married and stuff, he realized, like, you lied and made up Thinman, and you caused all this crap, like you caused people to die and stuff, and I had to kill a guy to save your life. Like, that's like, you didn't do that for us, you did that for you. Like, that doesn't help me do anything, especially now that I know that it was all fake. I missed out on the person I love, and even if I had a crappy job, I'd have a good normal life with the person I cared about and stuff. And it was a good little parallel at the end of the episode where Sam and Dean are right there, so they kind of hear the conversation and they have to deal with it, like, this is exactly what we just went through and are still going through technically. But overall, I thought it was a really good episode. I enjoyed it, like I said. I enjoyed the fact that it was actually just two people, because those are sometimes those are the more interesting episodes where it's just the people are the crazy ones, and there is no actual ghost. It's just someone pretending to be that way and stuff like that. And it was really cool. And I didn't expect the cop that was helping them out, I didn't expect him to actually be involved, like, in any way. I thought he was just there because they have that sometimes where they just meet the recurring cops. But that has happened before too, where the cop that they were with throughout the whole episode that they were talking to was actually the villain, or in this case part of the villainy, I guess. But overall, I thought it was a really good episode. It was a nice little one-off that brought back some pretty popular characters, I'd say, personally. And it kind of gave them a far more serious tone, because they were, like I said, dealing with some real stuff where the main, I kind of want to call him the guy who was in the red, pretty much, like the main guy. He's dealing with, like, stalking his ex-girlfriend on Facebook and stuff about how he's still in love with her, obviously, but she's kind of moved on from him. And then the other guy just wants to keep his friend from living like a day-to-day desk job and stuff like that. So it was really interesting, their storyline. and just how it in the end did end up connecting with Sam and Dean, basically word for word some of the stuff. But ultimately, loved the episode. So comment below, let me know what you guys thought of it. Favorite parts, least favorite parts, and unfortunately, we have to wait until I believe March 18th or something like that for the next episode. But it should be a pretty good one. It's gonna have Crowley in it, and apparently he's drunk and stuff. And some of the clips are from, for anyone who remembers, when we got the preview and we didn't actually get that episode, we got like the Kevin Tran episode. Some of the clips shown in that preview are from this actual episode with Crowley. So I think this is also the episode where it's like Snooki was the Crossroads demon for some reason, and I think they re-edited it because they realized like we shouldn't show the exact same trailer. So people kind of, I mean, if you saw the episode that came on compared to that preview, they kind of screwed up with previewing that Kevin Tran episode. But I think this is the episode. Some of the clips that they showed in that preview, this is the actual one. So we're gonna get Crowley. We're gonna get Snooki as the Crossroads demon. Most likely, I do believe it's that episode, and we might get Abaddon. I mean, they mentioned her in the preview. If they can kind of get Crowley back on his feet and ready to go out and fight, because I'm not sure what exactly caused him to kind of lose faith. I mean, it has been a couple of days so far, or I guess technically it's been a couple of weeks since they've seen Crowley. So at this point, he could be trying to rally troops and stuff. And when we get to him in the next episode, it'll be like, a lot less people are following me than I thought they would be. And somehow Abaddon's kind of recruiting all of his members because, of course, as they've said tons of times, the demons are really just waiting to see who comes out on top. Some follow, Crowley, some follow Abaddon, but a lot of demons are just like, whoever wins, that's who I'm going to side with. And at this point, they might be siding with Abaddon more than Crowley. So that could be why he's just getting drunk and, I don't know, sleeping with the woman. But we'll have to wait and see. But as far as this episode goes, pretty good one shot. Pretty interesting ending. I mean, they had to kill off humans. Like, Dean killed the one guy, and the Ghostfacer killed the other. So, it was pretty interesting ending. Like, they actually just had to kill these people because they were insane and they were going to kill them. But, good episode. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Favorite parts, least favorite parts, and definitely let me know, where do you guys think next week's episode is gonna go? Like, or I guess not next week's, but the next episode. Do you guys think we're gonna get to see Abaddon and Crowley kind of face off, or do you guys think it'll really just be Sam and Dean getting Crowley, back into shape? Comment below, let me know, and thanks for watching.